It is like 1 a.m. in the morning. I know it's quite a late one. I was actually gonna come live a good 20 minutes ago. I actually clicked on YouTube, and then I clicked on a video, watched the video, then the video led to another video, which led to another video. Um, Before you know it, like 20 minutes had passed. But yeah, welcome to another stream. Today I'm just giving you some like music updates. I've got some updates about Sopranos in Amsterdam. I've got some quite interesting updates for you regarding Sopranos in Amsterdam. And believe it or not, it is actually just over a week away. So like it's crazy to think that it's actually a week on Sunday, and it's crazy. It's come round like really quick, and um, I'm thinking in my mind like, am I prepared for this? And do you know what? Like, I'm not prepared for it in the slightest, apart from the fact that I know that I'm going, and like I don't know like sort of what I really want to play music wise. Like I've got a few little ideas in my head of like certain songs that I think, yeah, I'd love to drop that tune there. And but other than that, I mean, um I did start putting a set together, but I probably just won't go for it now because things have changed since I put that set together. And when I put that set together, I was very much in the dark. I wasn't sure. Like this thing's like a free sort of 3-4 day festival thing. So like that, I wasn't sure like. If I was going to be playing like more than once. Wasn't sure like how long I was playing for. Wasn't sure like what day and what time I was playing. And all of that has now sort of been unravelled, and that's what I'm going to obviously tell you in this stream. So the set I've sort of put together, um, it was just like a real basic sort of, this is a few ideas of some tunes that I might want to drop over in Amsterdam, but it's not a definite like, yeah, I'm going to drop these. So I will probably switch it out, and I will probably have a little purchase of some more new tracks before we do head over to Dam itself. But before we do get on to that, just a quick update on my next booking, because my next booking is actually bound to your drop in Scunthorpe, which is 2 days before I actually go to Amsterdam. And I know you're probably thinking like, ooh, a gig 2 days before you fly out. Well, actually, maybe not fly out, because there's a possibility of me going on the boat now. But anyway, cutting that story short, I took the booking with Bounce to Your Drop, because Bounce to Your Drop, they're like my second family, and they've done so much for me, and it's like half an hour from where I live, so I wasn't really going to turn it down, to be honest with you. If someone had said like, oh, come right down to Southampton and do this gig, I would have been like, yeah, you've got no chance, like 2 days before I go away. But because it was so close to home, and because, like I say, they're like my second family. Um, um, Sorry, I do apologise about the shouting downstairs. Um, How many times do I say that on the stream? I think I do so many streams now where if you do watch these, you'll probably just be used to people shouting in the background. It aggravates me because, like, I don't like people like shouting when I'm streaming. But does it aggravate you? Like, can you even hear it? Like, I would imagine you probably won't hear the full thing, but you will hear like, oh, there's something going off in the background. You probably just don't know what. Yeah. So my next booking, like I say, is Bounce to Your Drop. I'm super excited. We've got Friday Night Pose. Friday Night Posse. Sorry, I used to call them Pose. Friday Night Posse, and from Clubland. If you don't know them, if you don't know them, then you need your head testing, because there was quite a big part of Clubland, and they were a big part of All Around the World Records as well. They did a lot of remixes for like some of the releases on all around the world. There was on a lot of the sort of like CD singles, and on some of the vinyl records as well. There was always like a B side that had a remix from Friday Night Posse, and it was a little bit of a mixture, trancey, scousey, donk as well. They did, and they still release now. Believe it or not, they still put stuff out on Bounce Heaven. They did one actually not too long ago, which was a remix of Diving Faces with Free as Family, and it's actually not a bad tune. I've not purchased it yet myself, but I've heard the preview, and it doesn't actually sound all that bad. So I'm looking forward to see what they drop and what they're playing. It's actually somebody, because I've seen quite a few artists. I've seen Darren Styles. I've seen Hixie. I've seen like Kelly Lorena. I've seen Ian Van Dal. So I've seen quite a few of the Clubland people. I've seen Nicky Modell. I don't think Friday Night Posse is like a group that I've actually ever seen. I don't know if they came to the Gathering Fest or not. They might have done, and I might have just maybe missed their set. I don't know. I was litter picking at that festival. But I don't know I can't remember if they was there or not. I know the likes of Enforce and stuff like that was, and they sang all their tunes, and I did catch some of them. But going back to it, I don't remember ever seeing them play from my memory. So I think this will be a first for me. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what they play. But that's a week this Friday. So a week this Friday coming, and the event starts at 11, finishes at 6, like they normally do. It's just this time it's on a Friday instead of a Saturday, and there's a good little lineup. Not just the Friday Night Posse, but we've got Nico from Hard Drive. There's Kirk Lloyd, who is a big part of running the Gathering, and he's been smashing events in lately. He's been putting some belters on, whether it be Essential Saturdays. He's bringing something to Hull as well. He's bringing like a big sort of like Essential Saturdays with Donk Juice Courtyard Party, that's gonna like take place through the day and then run into the evening and the night, and gonna be like big outdoor vibes. And they've released one headliner, which is Andy Whitby, so it'll be a belting event. I don't know who else they've got lined up to announce, but they're putting something quite special together. That's all I'm gonna say. And that, all I know is Andy Whitby has been released, and they'll be releasing more. And I know the tickets have done really well as well. The tickets have done like really good, because I know TFI in Doncaster, they announced something for the same date. But this event had obviously already announced first, and quite a fair few people had bought tickets for this sort of like this big sort of outdoor, as well as indoor, sort of like almost like a mini sort of like summer festival, but taking over the courtyard of a club and having like loads of different rooms of the club open. Because there's a few rooms at the old schoolhouse. There's like the main room, there's a courtyard, there's like a little boiler room, and then there's like an alley room as well. So there's loads of different things going off, and I think that they're using the like 3 rooms in total, I think, and it'll be a really good vibe. It'll be absolutely, it'll be belting out with the good vibes. Trust me, it'll be a good thing. So. Kirk's been smashing it, so he's bounce to your drop, so that'll be really good. And then we've got like Anna Mack, who is from Scunthorpe, and she's like an up and coming bounce DJ that's just been smashing it as of lately as well. Then you've got obviously like Top Vibe and Destiny. You know, my two brothers who put Bounce to Your Drop together. And obviously, I've been with Bounce to Your Drop since the start. You know, I was in some sense I was the first ever person to grace the decks at their event, and you know I played the first set of their very first event. Which is crazy to think that's going on. You know, that'll be 2 years this year, and I was there like obviously when it launched, and it's just crazy. And they've done such a good thing for Scunthorpe, and they put some banging nights on. And I've been lucky to play a good few of them, and I've you know been there and supported the ones I haven't played as well, and it's just been a really amazing journey to see them go from strength to strength, and see all these different like headliners and people from like Clubland and Hard House and Bounce sort of come and represent. You know, Bounce to Your Drop. I mean, Bounce to Your Drop. We've had the likes of Club Filler, John Neal, Charlie Bosch. We've had the likes of Ian Van Dal, General Bounce. We've had Karen Parry. There's been the likes of Public Domain as well, and it's been like a really really good thing to see. We've had Nixie and Devise who release on Bounce Heaven. Um, so we've had some really good artists that have come and played over the time of Bounce to Your Drop, and like I say, it's really great to still see it going strong. It's really great to still be a part of it and get asked to play at some of the events as well, which is a really good thing. And they've always been sound, and and that's what I've always liked. When you've got a good connection and a good friendship with promoters as well, it's an even better thing. And when you've just something so good is on your doorstep, you can't not support it. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, back on to Amsterdam. So Amsterdam has incredibly crept around really quick, to the point where you even think, is it even creeping? It's come so fast. So I first got asked in October. I remember it well because the whole fair was here. I was just minding my own business at work, and suddenly I get a text off a guy from Sopranos and Time to Shine. Would you like to play at next year's, Sopranos in Amsterdam? And at first I thought, because I didn't recognise the name and the guy, I thought, is this guy having us on? Is this one of these like fake profiles? And I was actually, at first, I was actually going to report it for spam. I'm not going to lie, I was going to shame it on Facebook, like this guy going in people's inboxes, like pranking them, saying that they're going to book us for big festivals, and it turned out it was actually true, and the guy was actually a part of Time to Shine, which I actually hadn't heard of. I'd heard of Sopranos, but not Time to Shine. And I was quickly added into a group chat. I had a booking link profile made, and it was just crazy. It was just like 1 minute I was just getting asked about it, and then the next minute it was kind of like all official. And yeah, it felt like it was so far away, and it's just crept around so quickly. So what can I tell you about the spring break in Amsterdam? Because that's essentially what it is. Spring, in a nutshell, it's spring break in Amsterdam. That's what this is all about. And spring break have been running since 2015, and they put like big like commercial house DJs on, and commercial drum and bass DJs. So spring break Amsterdam. So the main sort of like for spring break itself. So we've got Chase and Status doing a DJ set. So, and imagine that'll be quite drum and bassy. There was commercial as well. We've got Shy Effects. So Shy Effects, who did the classic Jungle Song, Original Nutter. LF System, you'll know them for their recent tune Afraid to Feel that absolutely blew up and got like a shit ton of remixes. Some good bounce ones as well. And I'm dropping one definitely over there. That's one tune I definitely want to drop. Is a remix of Afraid to Feel. And then we've got from A to Z, we've got A Little Sound, we've got Andal, we've got Charlie T, we've got Conductor, Decker, we've got Gardner, we've got Girls Don't Sink, we've got Hot Like Detroit. So some of these names I actually haven't heard of. We've got like Tyler C. I've heard of a Tyler C, but I don't think it'll be the same Tyler C. We've got Mr. Ravenface, we've got Jade Louise. I know a Jade Louise, but doesn't have anything to do with music apart from listening to it. Callum Lee, there's Saffron Stone. We've got Sosh. There's Lewis Milne. Is it Milne? We've got Mosey. We've got Cage, but spelt with a K. So there's quite a few. You know, Interplanetary Criminal. Never heard of them. But there's like names on there where I think, do you know what? I wouldn't actually mind like seeing what they're about. So that's gonna be good. So there's a boat party. So we've got a Sopranos boat party on Monday, which is Sopranos. So that's that's an extra £29 if you wanted to go on this boat party, and that's like takes place at 4 p.m. on Monday, and it just essentially runs through until 8 p.m. And you know, there's just going to be DJs playing a set on the boat essentially. You can do pub crawls again. £15. Again, I don't drink, so pub crawls won't sort of you know, they won't interest me. But all the venues, they're all sort of right near each other. You know, they're within like a couple of minutes walking distance. I think one of them, which is Club NYX, is probably like the furthest away. But even then, it's only probably going to be like about a five maybe 10-minute walk at the most. Like I wouldn't even bother getting like public transport for it. It's on that scale essentially. And getting around, we've got some information. Just, you know, there's about Ubers and taxis, and there's like train lines and stuff. But again, you know, for me, apart from like, you know, going from, you know, wherever I come in from, like plane or boat, to the Amsterdam city itself, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of traveling. I mean, they do say like exploring the day and party at night, so I will do a bit of exploring, but I don't think I'll be venturing out too far. Just probably cost wise, I don't want to be jumping in Ubers everywhere. And you know, when you know, I think I'm just quite buzzed to be there, and you know, I'll be buzzed just like checking out the main town really, and you know, chilling by the river and just walking round and seeing what's there really, because I've never really been abroad apart from to Paris once when I was like I remember going, but I was like very young, so I only vaguely remember like bits. And we went to Disneyland, and it was only, like I say, I just vaguely remember like going into a cafe that had a play area in it, and it had like Toy Story stuff in it. And I vaguely remember walking around Disneyland a little bit, and going to see like a Buffalo Bill show. And my cousin was allergic to horses, and we found that out when he turned ill and he was really sick. And I vaguely remember like family member of mine hiring like a minivan and driving us to the boat and stuff. And that was like literally about all I can remember, and that's my only memory of going abroad, apart from going to the Isle of Man. But they don't class that as abroad, and you don't even need a passport to go across to the Isle of Man, even if you fly, because it's apparently still part of like the UK and stuff like that. Yeah, so public transport for me, won't really matter. But there's a little map here. I can't show you it, sadly. But I can just look at it and it's just telling you like venue addresses. So like number 1 on the map is like a Pacific venue. So number 1 is it's the lovely, essentially. And then on the map it'll tell you where that is. I think that is the most furthest away venue, and that is probably like, again, like probably a 15-20 minute walk. So again, still probably not that far. It doesn't look it on the map. It looks like you'd literally just like walk up a street, turn left, turn right, and then turn left, and then just go straight down, and you'd be literally there. So but yeah, so there's loads of different things it tells you. So like number 7 is like where you check in for the boat party. Number 8 is where you go for the pub crawl and stuff like that. And then you've got like number 9, which is the spring break information point. So that's I guess where you would like, check in and stuff, where you'd get like wristbands and stuff. So they just give you like loads of general information really about just getting about and stuff really. And again, you can pay £29 and go VIP if you have booked to come on, which I'm a loner. I don't think anybody on my friends list has actually booked through my link. But the thing is, there's a lot of my friends and people who I sort of would have sort of like maybe thought, yeah, would love to come to this, that they're actually booked to play themselves. So it's kind of one of them. And the people that, other than that, just wouldn't probably really, in my opinion, like they don't support. I've got I don't want to say bigger, but I've started doing well, and obviously they've dropped like flies, and they just don't want to know anymore. So anyway, so the next poster is basically the days and the times. So this is where you can catch me. So this is where you can find out my day and set time. So it all kicks off on Sunday. That's when it all kicks off, and it actually starts with campsite pre-drinks. You can go to the campsite pre-drinks, and that starts at 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. Again, I'm not a heavy drinker anymore, so it wouldn't really interest me, if that makes sense. I'm not that interested in it, drinking anymore, really. And I don't think there's anything that I'm aware of really going on Sunday regarding Sopranos. So I think it's just a case of come and check what's going on, explore some of the clubs. And it's like a big D&B day as well. A few I think there's like one house set, and that is at the campsite pre-drinks, and there's a guy called Reload, and he's playing a house set, and like everything else that I can see, the D&B set. So I'm looking forward to it in that sense. But saying that, I am coming on the boat, so I might not actually be arriving until Monday, which doesn't bother me. I don't mind me D&B, but I think maybe a whole day of it would possibly be like, yeah, because it's not my most favourite genre. So Monday, again, there's campsite pre-drinks. We've got so we've got campsite pre-drinks, and then you can go to Jungle for pre-drinks. You'll be wasted by the time you get to the main clubs if you are a heavy drinker and you actually choose to go on to these pre-drinks. And then you go to the venue Escape, which is where I'm playing. So in the main room, so there's a main room at Escape. We've got the likes of LF System, Saffron Stone, Danny G, Hot Light Detroit, Tyler C, some garage sets as well, Tech House Garage. So that'll be really nice. I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got Room 2, which is the Time to Shine takeover with all the bounce. So you can catch myself at 3 in the morning. So it's quite a late set. It's the second to last set of the night, but I'm still buzzed to be out there. And do you know what? I'm actually so buzzed to be in the same club as LF System as well. That is like something that really sort of has excited me, because obviously being part of that, and being in the same sort of club, in the second room, it's just amazing. So I can be in there and I can actually go out and catch like the LF System set and stuff like that, and catch some of the house and garage sets, which I like my house and garage, so that'll be really good. But we've got some good people on board with the time to shine, the likes of Kirby, Owen NRG, who smash it in our area. So it'll be really nice to be representing that room with sort of like all the people sort of like from our area, and even people like further afield. I'm looking forward to it, most definitely. I have just noticed, however, that there is some people missing, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think there's someone missing. Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know, but anyway, that's us. I'm sure someone's missing, but maybe there's a reason for it, or maybe they're somewhere else. There's so much to see on here. Trust me. Oh, here we are. Oh, Jungle pre-drinks. Oh no, he's actually oh right, no, so he's doing the Jungle pre-drinks. That's why. Oh, so some of them are actually doing, yes, some of them are actually doing the pre-drinks. That's actually quite cool. That, so he's actually on at 9, which is actually when our room 2 actually opens. You know, Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know that, to be honest. That's actually quite cool. Okay, and then on Monday as well, there's another venue, which is it's lovely. And in room 2, there's actually some more some more bounce people in there as well. So we've got the likes of Chrissy G, Davy B, Woody, and stuff like that. So that'll be good. And in there's like Sosh and stuff like that in the main room, which is going to be good. We've got the venue, which is NYX. There's nothing bounce related in here. As a matter of fact, it's all D&B. And that is it for Monday. That is like literally Monday. But really good, really good. And then Tuesday, which I think I might actually be coming back on the Tuesday, because work commitments and stuff. And to be fair, like it's quite a it's quite a costly holiday. So I'm trying to, like, I want to get out there and like witness some of it, but just to be there for all that time is going to be quite an annoying thing. And believe you and me, Club Heads is on the Tuesday and stuff, so I would be like, I am quite gutted to possibly miss that. And it is like a big part of spring break, but we're just going to see what happens. Myself and the layman were just sort of deciding like how we're going to sort of like play it, really. But it's going to be really good. So again, we've got like house, D&B, tech house and stuff. And then on Tuesday, the main room of NYX is the Sopranos. It's the Sopranos takeover. And this is where you've got all the like main Sopranos. So, Cheese, Clubheads, Carl Hill, Shiv, Scott Sim. So Cheese himself, 145 to 230, Clubheads an hour, all of that stuff. And then like there's actually a room 3 in here as well, and there's like house, D&B, UK rap, 4K UK rap, and then Wednesday is we've got the closing party, and you've got the likes of like Shy Effects and Danny T and stuff. So I know I've kind of like babbled on a bit, so I'll just say it again. So I'm on Monday. I'm in the venue Escape. I'm in room 2, and I'm on at 3 in the morning. and I'm looking forward to it. What can I say? And then Danny P actually finishes off the night itself, but it's going to be good. And by the way, it's hosted by Fergs, Broggy, and Mr. E. I'm kind of hoping that maybe Fergs is going to host me because I know Fergs has hosted me before, and but that's maybe me just going for comfort. Like, yeah, I've had Fergs on a set before. Maybe like someone like Broggy would smash it in, Mr. E. Probably would. But maybe I'm just sort of like playing it safe in that sense. But I think they're like switching between themselves because there's like three MCs hosting, sort of like from 9 in the evening till sort of like half 9 till half 3 at night. Half 3 in the morning, sorry. So you've got like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So you've got like 6 hours and a half essentially of hosting, and they're gonna sort of like switch it between people. But if they do want me to say like grab the mic or something, then I'd probably be happy to do it. You know. But yeah, so that's what time I'm playing. That's sort of what's going on with Sopranos. So I'm quite looking forward to that actually. It kind of feels good now to kind of know what's happening. It feels good to know like what you're doing, where you're doing it, and sort of when you're doing it. As opposed to kind of like this big thing's coming up, but I ain't got a Scooby Doo what I'm doing. I ain't got a Scooby Doo what's happening. Whereas now I guess like yeah I do have a Scooby Doo about what's happening and what's going on. So yeah, apart from that, another booking has come in, and I believe it was for June. It's one of them bookings where actually the layman gave it to me and said, "Look, I'm DJing, he's hosting." I know it's a birthday party. I do know it's a birthday party vibe. I know they want a hardcore set. And we're gonna go like with like a cheesy hardcore set with like all the well-known stuff. And stuff like that. But if there's any more info about it, I'll obviously share it on here. With it being a party, I don't know like as such if it's gonna, if there's going to be like a flyer for it. There might just be a little something to share on Facebook, and then and I'll tell you about it if there is. But I know when we did Chloe's birthday bash, there was like a flyer made for it, but then we kind of got told like don't share it like a proper event, and I kind of did share it quite a lot. But for me, it was still a booking for me. I wasn't sharing it as in like come to this mega rave. I was sharing it more as like this is where I'm gigging next for people that were interested. But so I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got other bookings coming up, a few things happening. So I'll talk about each one nearer the time. But I just wanted to do like a few updates and update you on Amsterdam and stuff like that. As we're kind of we're getting really close to it now, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, so make sure to make sure to comment, share. I'm gonna hopefully get myself off to bed now. I've had a really long day at work actually. God, I was out the door at 9:30 this morning, and I think I got in round 11 o'clock tonight. Crazy. So I was at work obviously for 10 o'clock, and then about half 3, I had to jump down to Whitefrigate, and I had a meeting with the head of council and two people from Gig Buddies because believe it or not, part of my job role is like having meetings with the council and discussing things that about things that we're going to do in Hull and stuff, and that sort of stuff. I grabbed a quick little bite to eat, and then I jumped on the train and I headed all the way to Cottingham. I make that sound like it was miles away, but no, I headed over to Cottingham, went to a Sunflower music session, and then I came back to Hull, and then we called in at the Adelphi Club to see Beats Bus, who were they put a little event on at the Adelphi Club, which is where we've ran some of our Youth Music Network events, and they've always gone down a treat there. So myself and the layman just decided we'd show our faces in. Work did ask me as well. They said, look, would I be able to go to this? I said, sorry, I'm at Sunflower. And then I realised that it actually didn't finish until like 11:15 at night. And then when the layman said, look, we could call in, I was like, all right, let's do it. And then I can still say to work, look, I've been and represented what's going on here tonight. And I did. And then we got a little bite to eat, myself and the layman, and then I finally got through my door about 11 o'clock at night, and I had to come on the PC, a couple of things that I wanted to do, and then before you know it, I've obviously time's cracked on. So yeah, so make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share, make sure you subscribe, because then you won't miss a trick about what I'm sort of like announcing music wise. Gigs come in, quite often, so I do announce them on here as well as putting them on like Facebook and Instagram. And I always update you on like music things that I'm doing, and just stuff music wise. You know, and stuff like that. I was actually going to record a mix when I came in, and then me being the plonker I am, I've left my headphones in Lee's car. And the amount of times I do that, like, you won't understand. But, when you're at work all day, like, because I always take them to work with me because I listen to music on the way to work. And then, because I've had these appointments and going to these sessions on a night and stuff, and I have them around my neck. And then I get into Layman's car, and I get sat and I take them off and I put them down on the floor on his car, and then by the time he drops me off, we've eaten, I've maybe bought a drink, so I've got like a big bottle of drink that I'm all carrying, and then before you know it, it's just so easy to leave them on the floor. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll have to text him and like, bro, your headphones are in my car. Yeah, so make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share. We'll see you soon.